Hi guys, hi and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope all of you guys are good. I hope all of you guys are great. I know I am. If this is not your first time here, hi baby, hi. Thank you so much for constantly choosing to come back. You could be anywhere else with anybody else doing something else, but you're here, and for that, I am truly grateful. If this is your first time here, hi baby, hi, welcome home. You will definitely enjoy it, yeah. And if you're still undecided about hitting that subscribe button, please hit it now. You will definitely not regret it. As you guys can see by the title of the video, this is a mini life update, I guess. It's a mini life update, what God has been doing. Yeah, basically that's in a nutshell. I hope you guys enjoy it, and more than anything, I hope you guys take away the fact that if it is from God, He will see it through, right? Let's get right into it. I believe everything we have a lesson. You can naive me to achieve what's from your past. Let's take it back from where it all started, right? So Jan of this year, the 1st of Jan, like 30th of 31st to the 1st of Jan, obviously we start planning for the year ahead. We talk to God about this year. We want to know what is God's heart for us in this year and an end. And obviously I did the same. Spoke to God about this year, spoke to God about what is it that you want me to contribute to your world, And yes, so I remember obviously there were plans and things into placed into action and things like that throughout the year. But one thing that I remember vividly was me being told that August was a month of, it was a free month. I was not supposed to do anything in August. Well, not do anything, but I wasn't supposed to plan or put basically leave August free. Yeah. And in my head, I was like, because usually August I host women's mental health seminars. I get a group of women, we go out either for lunch, a picnic, whatever. We go out and then we just talk about mental health, women, and our experiences. It's just honestly a day to relax, forget about anything, and just be present and be a woman. Just being a woman is enough, but we're not gonna get into that. Cool. And so that was the instruction, August free. And in my head, because Delulu is Delulu, in my head, I figured that if you know me, you know that I've always wanted to enter Miss SA's. I've always wanted to be a Miss SA because I've entered it once already. But I've always wanted to be a Miss SA. It has always been a dream of mine. I will do it. It's going to happen. And if it doesn't, that's fine. God's plans. But I really want to do it. So in my head, I'm like, ooh, does this mean that I will finally be part of the top 10 of Miss SA? And funny enough, I did not even enter. So yeah, whatever. Oh, cool. Then August came, right? August came, and then on the 4th of August, that's when I got the job. That's when I got the job. And it made sense why August had to be a free month. I got the job, and literally August was the most hectic month of my entire life, because obviously I was still working at the institution. I was also, I'm still a student, and now the job. So it was just a lot. It was overwhelming, and also it was test week, and shoot, test week just took everything from me. I was so exhausted. I literally survived on 10 cries a day. Like, I would cry so much. I would cry every day. I think that's when I had the best skin. August, because I used to cry religiously. Everything was just so overwhelming, and it made sense why back when I was planning for the year, August had to be free because if I had any other commitments, I was not going to function. I really wasn't going to be grand. So sometimes, not sometimes, it's really important to put God in your plans all the time. It's very important to also be obedient, because it's one thing for us to include God in our plans, or let God plan rather, let God lead, but the obedience is always a struggle. So this is a dare, I guess, from me to you, that don't only that it doesn't stop at you involving God, it also continues to you listening to what the Lord says you should do, and actually doing it exactly how He says you should do it, not how you think is the best. We are not here to what's this, to help or assist, or chip in an idea to God. Like, come on now. So cool. Then let me also just tell you guys how the first 2 months have been of being in corporate. Very challenging. I guess I understand why now people are saying it's such a fast paced world. Like, it's so quick, everything is so fast, you should be on your feet all the time. It's really they mean business there. No one is going to spoon feed you. Obviously, like, you're gonna get help, like, don't get me wrong, you're gonna get help where you don't get it and things like that. There is a lot of help around, like, people are willing to help, but it's also so quick. No one is going to nurse your feelings, no one is going to make you feel better about yourself. That's your job, you have to go there, know what you take care of yourself. All they can do is lend a helping hand where they can, when they choose to. Luckily, I was so blessed with a beautiful line manager. Remember the first time I met her, she reminded me of my mentor, and I was like, it's going to be a good time here. So corporate has been very good, very challenging, a lot of work. One thing I always say is, the reason I opted to work for that company, or rather applied to that company, was of the reviews I saw online. Basically, 80% of the people who work there or worked they complained about the workload. And I was like, because I always thought, well, I still think that I'm lazy. Like, I feel like I'm not utilizing my mental capacity to its optimal level. Like, I just feel like I'm not pushing myself. Obviously I still have school, I also do other things on the side. The NPO was running well. But I just feel like there's more I can do. So that's one of like the main reasons I worked for them. I applied rather to them to actually make sure that I exploit. So yeah, so corporate has been great. It's been really amazing, very difficult, very challenging, fast paced, like I said. But honestly, I wouldn't trade this experience like for anything else. So that's great, right. So another thing that I really want to talk to you guys about is obeying the Lord. So like I said, every year I host a women's mental health seminar, and obviously this year wasn't different. I had to host it as well. But I remember also, just before, like maybe like June, I prayed about it. I was like, God, so I started the seminar last year, like hosting last year. But I couldn't tell if it was an instruction from the Lord, or if I was trying to fill a certain void, because the time when I started hosting, I was going through the absolute most. Like, I was not okay, and I needed to fill into myself. And I was like, why not gather a group of women? Let's talk, let's chop few, like, have good food while talking, whatever the case may be. So I wasn't sure if it was an instruction from the Lord, or I just wanted to heal, basically. So this year around June, I was praying for the event. I was like, God, I don't know I don't know if this is even from you or if I just did it because I was going through a lot, right? And I was like, God, please show me if this is from you. Cool. And also last year it was also very easy to just do, like, financially it was better, like it was easier on me, because I was fully funded by NSFAS. I wasn't responsible for any rents. I was also like working, so the money that I got from working would just be for the event, so I didn't need to, you know, stress about where the money was gonna come from. This year, however, was very different because I'm not funded. I'm not funded. I don't listen. The money I make is good enough for myself. So paying rent, maintenance of maybe the car, um, just get groceries, a few, like shopping a bit. Like it's not. I can't, from that money. I can't host an event basically. So I was like, I don't know, God, I don't even know if this is from you. I don't know, I don't know, I don't know. And you know what God said? God said, I will show you. I will show you if this is from me or not. And literally, so the event was on the 2nd. It was so beautiful. I'll just leave pictures here. It was so beautiful. It did exactly what it had to do, because with these events, I go for peace. I go for healing. Even if it's just one person that lives with I don't know, a different perspective on life. I know my purpose has been done. I have done my job, and I only hope and pray that you paid forward. Whoever attends these events pays it forward. You pay that, like you add peace to other people. You add hope to other people's lives, and anyway. So where was I?
2,000 years later.
I was at the part where I didn't have money. I didn't have money for the event, and the event, like I said, was on the 2nd. So on the event was on a Saturday, and I didn't like can't stop saying, but I didn't have money for the event. I'm full of I didn't have money. Yeah, I don't want to lie. I didn't have money for the event. I had just gotten paid on the 25th. I paid my rent. I filled up the car. I got groceries. And funny enough, with the change that I had left, I bought drinks for the event. So I got like juice and water, but I still did not have the materials because it was sip and paint. I didn't have materials, like painting materials. I did not have food. I didn't have palettes. I didn't have the major things, or yeah, major materials for the event. I didn't have that because, like, what's a picnic with no food? What's a sip and paint with no canvases and what's this, painting brushes, right? So on the 14th of August, I then started working. And in my head, I was like, what if I don't get paid? Because I was just going to work for half the month. And literally on the Monday of the event, I, on the 28th, that was, then get paid. And it was just enough to, pay off the event, you know, to make the event a reality. And I was just like, God, I was so mind blown. And I remember just being in my fields with God. I'm like, yo, Mudimu, thank you so much. Thank you so much for seeing me. Thank you so much for reassuring me. I think one thing that I really want more of, or one thing that God is really fixing in me, is reassurance. Because I think I am constantly reassuring myself, and it's always nice to get validation from outside, but I do it internally, because where are you gonna get validation? I mean, now that I have like mentors, it's a bit better, you know, but it's not the case. And I was like, God, thank you so much for seeing me. Thank you so much for hearing me and listening to me and validating me. And God was like, I will not only fund this event, I will fund your entire life. And I was like, I'm so happy that God makes a way for his plans. If it is from God, he will do it for you. He will fund it. Like he's going to shock you in how he does it. Because when I was thinking, I was like, okay, maybe I will gain. Maybe my sisters will just decide that they want to give me a few thousands. But God was like, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. And yeah, so that's basically what has been happening in my life. I'm so grateful to God. I'm so grateful to being like a child of God. I feel like, man, like it's just so nice to just rest and just know that he is a father. I lost my dad, so like it's always nice when you still have a dad. Like I remember funny story. I remember the first month of me being in corporate, I was exhausted because it was also test week. I was exhausted. I was exhausted. I remember just saying, God, please massage me. Please massage me. You're my father. I'm coming to you as your child. Please massage me. Guys, I passed out within 2 minutes. I was God did. And the following day I woke up and posted it on my story, on my WhatsApp story. And baby, people were like, you really, like when you're saying God is your father, you really mean it. And honestly, that's how we should all approach God. Like when if your dad, like your dad in the physical, you would ask anything from your dad. So why not ask anything from your Lord, your Father in heaven that created everything, So, tlogelang go tšhaba Modimo. He's such a good God. He's such a faithful God. If He says something, not when we say something, but if He says something, then trust and believe that He will make sure it happens. Hope you guys live a grand. I hope you guys are working on your relationships with God. I hope you guys are just also living in the moment and just soaking life up and living sharp, living sharp. I love you guys so, so much. And please, honeys, do not forget to subscribe. Yeah, take care of yourselves. I love you from here to the moon and back. Bye, guys.